Hello everybody, this is Saberwolf. Welcome back to Heat number 3 of the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, the randomizer, Blackjack Battle Royale, the final table. We're now joined in the booth by Taco Maze. Turdsman's going to stay with us, and Gar's going to stay with us on tracking. Hello, Taco Maze. How you doing?
Hi. It's my first time on this side of the announcer's bench, so happy to be here.
Awesome. We're going to go over the rules or anything again. We've already talked about them at nauseum in the first 2 heats. So if you want to know what exactly the flag sets like that, we'll talk about as we play. But look back at Heat 1 and 2, because come on, watch these things in order, people. Come on. Those are available on our YouTube, by the way, FF6 Worlds Collide on the YouTube page. We're getting close to 1,000 subscriptions on there, as you saw from the promos before we started on air. If we get to that 1,000, special things are going to happen for our community, I will say.
I'm doing my part.
I was able to subscribe, and if I can do it, anybody can.
You just click a button and it's done.
That's amazing.
If you don't subscribe, you're wrong.
Ooh, that's
You're
true.
wrong!
I wasn't going to say it, but that's completely true.
Alright, well, we are going to go a little bit of a highlight for what we are at right now. Again, here is our leaderboard currently for round 1. Once again, if you watched our previous heat for Heat 2, Falcon Hit took the win of the heat and is the low man in the clubhouse at 112.42. Followed by Infinite Fluff, Gar, Zenobian, Double Down, Jexarock, and Zelfer. So pretty much the cutoff is Zelfer at around 122. That is our target time for these 3 players. Again, these 3 players don't know what the target time is. They are running this blind and blind to each other. So they just have to try to do the best they can as fast as they can without knowing what they need to do. And unfortunately, on one free fits, I did have to take a forfeit there. It was up around the 150 range on the time and decided that was enough as enough.
Do not blame them at all for that. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Honestly, I probably went for a couple more than I would have.
I actually said in chat, and it was like, that was a lot more attempts than I thought I did. Alright, but we're going to get right into the action. You guys, you ready for this again?
Absolutely.
Alright,
Looking forward to it.
Alright, let's get this on, shall we?
No, wait, I'm not ready.
Oh,
Too late!
oh, Gar's important. We can't do this without Gar.
Once again, we have Boo coming in from the wreck. I know he was Ragnarok, was he? Boo was in the Carbuncle, representing the Carbuncle group, followed by Paralokinyares. I'm going to screw that up so many times tonight. That is going to be from the Maduin group, and last but not least, Ensign Wesley from Odin. Should be a pretty good matchup.
Now, Odin was a pretty not a jet seed, right? I think that was the one that was a lot of pretty easy flag cards were popping up.
Yeah. Odin was pretty jetty compared to the others.
I'm surprised Maduin didn't end up putting just like the worst thing ever.
We don't talk about Maduin.
Yeah. Yeah, Finality came from... we said it in the beginning. I forget.
Maduin kind of was up and down with their flags, but we're about 20 seconds away from these guys running through. Once again, we are going to reuse our 4th character slot there because, well, we don't have a 4th runner, so a bunch of promos will be in there. So just stay tuned to all the stuff we have in our community, race nights, and etc.
Is Sabin passed out drunk?
Yeah, he is. He's passing in the corner because he's doing so much work.
That's Fitz' Sabin right there, actually.
In this randomizer, because he is the all-star of this whole entire run. Ensign
really
Wesley immediately just flying to Terra's treasure room, not even going to look at his party. He's like, I'm just going to get some loot. Boo.
Yeah, doesn't matter yet. I have to open 50 chests before I even have to look at the menu.
Boo doing the vanilla World of Balance Narstar. Paralokinyaras is going to do a vanilla lock starting there for Nar. So he's going to get the same chest Boo has, but he's actually going to do it in World of Ruins so that way he can do this free check that we have here in the weapon shop. It is a force shield or a force
Oh!
order.
Shoot, that's... Ugh. I mean, I'm not necessarily a force shield defender, but having shell is not that bad, especially since we watched the second heat earlier. We know that there's not really a whole lot of elemental shields floating around.
By the way, Arvis's elixir clock had a free white cape, so that's kind of nice.
Oh!
Deck with silence on this one, right?
Yeah, Ensign Wesley going through the whole thing too, not just. Oh, there's the third Valiant Knife.
There's the third Valiant Knife we're talking about before. Yep. So there was 2 in South Figaro, and the third one was in this Esper cave.
So we know he's going to get a snow muffler at the end, which, given how a lot of the final Kefka stuff was going, having that high physical defense is going to be really valuable.
Yeah, it will be.
See Boo doing ABS over there. Always buy shurikens.
That's right.
Yeah, you never know, because I mean, shurikens have like the highest battle power for the least amount of money. Yes, it's a resource because you lose it every time you throw one, obviously, but
yeah, but you're not doing that 60 times, so.
Yeah, that's like having a really.
That's
like having a really good GP throw.
Yeah. Yeah, Boo picking up that offering early on, grabbing a soft out of that clock. Oh well.
Yeah, Boo's doing that Zelfer strat of, I'm going to do all these free checks immediately and try to get some big pick items. Because, again, the free checks are not going to give you Esper character, but it is going to give you a high-tier item that you're not going to find in the shops, which are vanilla. So
I very much agree with that for the no free lunch flags. That's a really good idea, because you can go through the high chest areas, like Pero is going through the cave now, so they're going to get their Valiant Knife. They got all their good stuff out of the basement. They're going to get their snow muffler, but
does anybody ever get their chest on the backside, though? Sorry to interrupt. Does anybody ever get that other chest there?
I don't think I've picked it up during Archipelago, but the big multi-world thing, but never in a race, I don't think.
Taco?
Yeah, I think Archipelago is the last time I've seen that chest, and probably the first time I've seen it in months when that was unveiled.
What is Archipelago? Explain it to some of our newer viewers
yeah,
here.
Sure. It is the coolest thing that ever was.
Wow, I'm missing out then, apparently.
It's rad. It's a bunch of different randomizers kind of linked together. Ooh, I just had a power outage. Let's hear it for the battery backup.
Okay, get you before you have to shut down the computer.
Oh no, it's back on. It was just a little flicker.
Okay.
But that was scary. It combines all of those different randomizers so that checks that you find in one game might actually be in a different one. So, for example, you're playing Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. You get through the cave here that Pero is going through, and you find the ability to use Yoshi in a Super Mario World randomizer that you send to somebody else. And you're just ping-ponging back and forth those checks to each other. It rocks.
That's pretty damn cool, actually.
And they're working, I think, oh shoot, not Ravlin. Oh no! What is their name? I forget the name of the person that's working on the Worlds Collide client for that. Rosalie, thank you. That's it, Rosalie. But yeah, check that out if you have some time. It is a bit of a time sink for getting it all set up, but once you do, it is worth it.
Yeah, I believe Fenrir was the Tizen thief there. I think Boo just picked it up.
So yeah, lots of people with Ensign Wesley and Pero and now Boo going through the cave. They're gonna get that mega elixir, which when we got to the end of the game,
we'll see if Boo does. He might not.
That's true. But it's valuable. Like Cure 2 was basically the best healing that was available there at the end.
Still a lot of good items though in that treasure room. Behemoth suit, dragon boots, ammo weapon. Gold armor was the extra item there for the docks that you had to go to World of Ruin for, because we do not have Y remove. That's like the one thing we don't have.
Yeah. Open world, but no Y remove. Gotta go buy that rust rid.
Got 24,000. It's a little cheaper there for the World of Balance for that glowing stone, which is Fenrir.
Yeah, Ensign Wesley, going through which the Dark Albrook here, having all of the damage boosting accessories.
The brain hurts.
Very good place to go when you're on vanilla shops.
My brain hurts. He's going backwards.
So yeah, Boo looks like they're in regular out. Oh nope, that's Zen still selling stuff off to get the Fenrir Esper.
That's probably one of the most important espers to get in this randomizer, though.
It's up there.
So Taco, where would you go? Like, you have open world, no free checks. Now, would you do a Boo's strategy of just going after all the free checks that you know are not going to be good stuff? And the fact that we don't have level progression here, level progression is based on the highest of the character with the highest level in the whole party. That's the level progression for bosses and everything. It's a mirror match. So would you go after espers and characters, or would you go after free stuff first?
I'm on like Boo's page here. I absolutely would do a fast free check circuit early, because again, you're not making any progress, but you're also not pushing up that scaling, and you're getting guaranteed at least sellable items that you can then trade over for good relics in like World of Ruin Albrook, or you can run over to like World of Ruin Door and pick up. I think it's got crystal gear there. So I'm a big fan of doing all the really super fast free checks before doing anything else, while of course trying to hit looting along the way.
Christopher's actually in World of Ruin Miranda. You're close.
Miranda?
You're close.
Okay.
You're close. I think Jador does have a couple of items, but the full entire set is actually in Miranda.
Okay. I usually hit Jador when I'm at original shops. So
Jador has amazing stuff. They have snipers. They have partisans.
That's
they
why
have
I do Jador,
circlets as well. So Jador has a lot of good items.
Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, in general, offense is way more important than defense anyway. So I usually just top up on whatever. I don't actually keep track of what they have. I just know they have stuff to offer.
So have you gone through Permadeath Seed? Because I would agree with you that offense is more important than defense every single time, except for when all the characters have permadeath. That terrifies me. So I always want to make sure that I can keep these guys up so that they're not going to just eat a random 150 damage attack from something that they run into.
Right. Yeah, permadeath does kind of swap that up a little bit. I have run many permadeaths. I do a lot of, basically, if Jex opens a channel, I just like compulsively join any ASIC that he launches it, so that I know it's going to be.
Oh man, I wish I had that courage.
He's had some pretty nightmarish stuff. Meads and I think were one of maybe 4 people who did his nightmare seed, and it was a lot of fun. But that definitely made you think. That was a permadeath as well.
I just missed an opportunity. I just realized that. Calling out Falconhead being the Tournament of the Month King.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah. He won. He's the leader in the clubhouse for this Blackjack Battle Royale Round 1 final table. So he's been on a hot streak the last few months.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and put a plug on that. If you want to join our Discord, please do. We have a lot of things running at once. There's a Seed of the Week. There's the Tournament of the Month, which Double Down is also running. There's not, we have this one big event that we're usually showcasing during all these streams, but there are a lot of other smaller events going on at the same time, usually async, which is very nice if you have a weird work schedule or otherwise are not able to be on at the same time as everybody else. If, for example, you live in different time zones, There's always something going on the Discord, so please come on down, ask some questions, hang out, talk about this game that we all obsessively know.
And still learning, by the way. I mean, you learn something new every single time I get into a tournament or play this game. I learn something completely new I did not know. Some of it's from the nature of the game, whether the randomizer.
There is an item in the Little Shack in World of Ruin Mobiles. Like when you go down there and you get the little cutscene start, there's a bucket in there, and that bucket has an item in it. It's insane. Never knew that.
Yamara with 98 vigor and a Valiant Knife.
88 stamina, 69 magic, 48 speed. Lots of great stats.
That's a lot on Realm.
Yeah, man. Was that one of the... I don't remember there being a Transcendent Characters flag or anything like that. Is this just...
That was
It
number
transcended.
3.
That
Yeah.
was the
Okay,
third
it
thing
was.
fit.
We are on Transcendence, absolutely.
Yeah, Transcendent characters, 160 to 200% of the normal stats.
Looks like Saban still rolled a little low on his magic power. That's kind of disappointing. He's still gonna get there.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the other thing. Like, we do have nobody's done Leet River yet. We had a couple people go to the Returner's Cave, but not do Leet River to try to get the Bum Rush. Perlicanellers has actually went into a Coliseum now. There is not a Coliseum flag to give plus 20 speed or plus 20 magic power or whatever. There's not a flag for this, so he was just peeking in there just for items because, again, we have vanilla shops and random chests, so maybe finding something in particular. That's exactly what he was looking for, but he's actually going to go to World of Ruin Zozo here. He's going to get the Rust Ray to go up there. There's a possible Dragon there. I don't know if it's a little more early for Dragon, though, level 3, even though Dragon's also going to be level 3.
Looks like
Boo's doing the dried meat on the Velt check as Henson Wesley rescuing the baby from the falling house.
yeah. So we're finally starting to get some checks here. I guess they're all done with their items.
Yeah, they definitely all wanted to hit the big popular spots to pop open as many chests as they could before they get their stuff rolling. And, Pero going through Mount Zozo, that's another place with a lot of really easy to access boxes to open.
Yeah, I haven't actually had a chance to catch the other ones. Have we been seeing about 13-minute starting rounds so far? That seems a little long.
I mean, it's a little long as Boo actually finds a Moogle up in the mountains. Different set of mountain ranges for the Moogle.
Yeah, I think in the last one, they were kind of peppering chests in with their checks. Like, they would go to whatever was closest, I think, more than just the next thing that gave them a bunch of chests, or stop and then go to pick up a bunch of checks. Oh, that's bad.
Ooh,
That's really bad. I don't think Boo's gonna keep with this fight here, or maybe he is. I don't know. This is permadeath, so Saban does not come back here.
Did they start with
from this.
Phoenix Downs in this version?
Nope, we have permadeath with
Zero Phoenix Downs. Ooh,
Zero
that's
Phoenix
rough.
Downs. So he is not coming back.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Although I can...
Whoa, wow.
Okay, Boo's in the chat. Just explain. I was just about to go into like a 5-minute explanation of like, oh, this is actually brilliant, actually.
Oh, there he is. There it is. There it is. Okay.
But he's there, and he's just like, oh, whoops, nope, never mind.
I do want to mention that these runs are actually VOD tape delayed. Our commentary and the tracking of this was live. So we're recording our commentary over these previous runs. These are the last 3 runs for the round 1 of the Blackjack Battle Royale final table. So these runs did already happen, but we are seeing them live for the first time. Unless you watched every single person's stream.
Yeah, I'm blind on all this stuff, so I'm enjoying this as if it was a sync run. Which
except for shoot. Who was it? Oh, I lost the name. God dang. Zenobian. Nobody saw Zenobian except for me. So.
And I do enjoy that there's a lot of asynchronous events that go on, which I work swing shifts, so I definitely appreciate that. And I like this as a a different way of setting this stuff up so that we can still have fun live events where everybody can comment on what's going on.
Ooh, Boo finding the Katana Soul here in the camp.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any rage that's going to help with this, unfortunately.
Yeah, Stray Cat, but not doing that much damage right now.
No, you're looking for Brawler, or I can't remember what the other one is. I always go for Brawler.
That's the stone that does muddle, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I want to say one of those weird demon-looking guys, the one from...
Overmind?
No.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe Overmind, too. One of them has level 3 muddle attached to it.
By the way, funny story on Overmind. I never realized that was a skull breathing smoke above its head. I thought the smoke above its head was the head.
Yeah, me either.
You gotta love the bit graphics, because I could not figure out that was a skull below it.
Yeah, this was I think Nomura's first shot at being like a monster designer, which is why all of the monsters in this game just look like insane. I don't mean this negatively. They are over-designed, but they're over-designed in a way that I like.
By the way, Boo getting their second offering available. I was going to slap that on Realm with the Stray Cat available. Also keeping the Wing Edge on her as well.
Yeah, the fights
Ensign Wesley going for the doggo punch.
This guy, this is what I was thinking of.
Apocryphus?
This thing. Yeah, it's got a bunch of... Normally has a bunch of blue magic attached to it when you find it on the... I want to say the floating continent, but I think the rage for that is level 3 muddle.
Sorry to get an update here. Boo actually finding a second character. He does know where Mog is. Wasn't able to pick them up because of the difficult boss fight, but does have information now. He knows where 2 characters are, with the Shadow being in the camp, as Peril Canara is going to take a dip into the water in Serpent Trench. It's not the right one to get the blitzes. It's actually lit to River, but still going to get some levels off this.
And they did get that Cursed Shield as well, so this is going to knock, I want to say, 4 fights if you go through both of the caves.
Yep, and the Cursed Shield's at 11. Go ahead, Takamish.
No, I was just going to say that it looks like Ensign Wesley was right on Boo's Hill through the camp there. So we're both going to see them picking up their 4th character, rather.
Yep, and I believe Shadow has sketched channeling his daughter's abilities.
Yeah, not really using it much throughout the last heat that we saw. I think
we were sketching Kefka and using Ultima, man.
That was unfortunate. Normally, it's one of the coolest things you can do, but
not when you're muted.
With mute, that puts a kibosh on that.
And as promised, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to comment Ensign Wesley using the short menu options, which I can't do because my brain is set in, it's far too late for me to be able to get that muscle memory, but it does save you a couple seconds here and there, which can add up in the end.
I will say that the short menu on the original game, the original system, was the only way that you could have the memory command attached to it. I think it was both. And that was the way you had to do Latte River when you do when the power leveling. So you would put it in that mode, and you could, by putting it in that mode, you could swap the positions of the abilities, actually. So you would put health and tools on top, so you can rearrange the ordering of the abilities that way. And you would go to Latte River, and you get to that one spot where you just go in a circle, and you would just put the auto control on, or just put like a heavy brick on the A button on your controller.
Yeah. And
you would just go to school, or go to work, or go to bed, and when you wake up the next morning, all your characters like close to level 30. Now,
Cheaters.
Unfortunately, Locke is still level 12 when you do that, because Locke is not part of the party. He left in the Returner's Cave.
He'll figure it out later.
But since all the other characters join you at approximate average between those guys' characters and Locke, those levels are actually going to be pretty decent. So Locke kind of gets the short straw there when you do it that, though.
All right, we need to figure out some sort of flag set that makes that a viable strategy in this randomizer.
What? Oh, the
Yeah, just
river loop.
just taping it down and do that for like 10 minutes.
I did do that with the Pixel Remaster, though. I did do it. I left my stream up, went to work.
I would thank you not to give
Something like
Jex
that.
any ideas, please.
By the way, Doomgaze is on screen there for Boo. That's not one of the monsters you want to, or bosses you want to fight during a permadeath.
Yeah, but he did pass the level 5 check, so that's at least good.
And it's at the falls too, which is that's a fast check. It's going to be a lot of people's, it's going to be in the list of stuff you want to do right out of the gate. And there goes Umaro.
Ooh, is Pero going to do lead here?
Possibly. But Swan says no boss XP, which is a flag in this tournament, so that would be viable. And we do have Let to River to get the mastery for the blitzes, so you could get multiple birds with that. I don't think you're going to walk away for 30 minutes and on this kind of race and come back, but
yeah, two's a no-go.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate reset for Boo again. Doomgay is not one of the bosses you want to be fighting during permadeath, so. Yeah,
you can sacrifice a Yeti, but Realm.
Oh, what the heck? Story. Wait, what the heck? I didn't know you could do that. On Ensign Wesley Street, Ensign Wesley, he went backdoor, but forces you to jump, and then you have to jump back over again.
Oh yeah, totally.
I did not know that. Again, learn something new. Because normally you go to a cutscene where you have to jump into Magitech armor, so you wouldn't have that. So.
Man, yeah, does that save a little bit of time? Is that like
yes, it would, because you have to dick and dodge around that tent, so yeah, that would save a lot of time, I would think.
Yeah, it saves like 2 or 3 seconds, if I believe. Somebody timed it once.
Hey, every second counts.
Yes.
Every second counts. That's why I'm starting to learn how to go backwards through South Figaro basement and World of Ruin.
Oh man, I cannot for the life of I always run into walls for that thing.
I'm starting to route in going to South Figaro, World of Ruin first, and loot through the town going into the Cider Old Guy's house, come out into the item shop, come back down and around the backside and go backwards to the basement. This takes me back out on top again and go straight to the weapon and armor shop. So that way I get a complete loot before I go into the weapon and armor shops. And then I can hit the relic shop on the back way through if there was earrings or something that I couldn't get.
Yeah, Boo running into a lot of the problems that the runners in the last heat did, where there's just so many killers in all of the easy checks. So, the Goddess at Doma Castle, Doomgaze on the Falls, like you're gonna have to deal with this stuff early on if you want these speedy checks.
Or do what Ensign Wesley and Piero Canales is doing, which is getting some early levels before fighting the bosses. Which, Piero Canales is doing the Elite River run, Taco. He is doing it.
Yep. We're getting dueling rivers right now.
Yeah, so we're going to get the... well, actually, he's underwater. Ensign Wesley's not above water.
I mean, I meant... well, I guess it's a trench, not a river.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trench, not a river. I mean, God. it's a...
All the marine
trench is an underwater river
right
in the
now.
Ocean. I mean, technically...
It's an under ocean river. Well,
slamming my fists on the table. It's a trench.
Ariel not available in movie theaters.
Ooh, yeah, Pero with I didn't see what they equipped their realm with, but they're already doing 2,000 per cat scratch with realm.
I would love to see one of these guys go to Jidor, get a sniper, put it on her. You will be doing insane damage if you did that.
Ooh, Ensign Wesley with the completely unmitigated curse shield there. Got a confused shadow in the bottom, just kind of hoping that he doesn't wreck anything. Oh.
Or, well, Yeti just picks them up and throws them.
Yeah, would that dispel it? I don't think it would, since the curse shield is automatic. It's the same kind of flag that causes the permanent mute. You need an extra accessory to deal with it.
Yeah, so you're looking for a peace ring or a ribbon to counteract that.
But it does mean that Umaro is always going to chuck Shadow if he's going to chuck anybody.
Really?
Well, because he's confused, and he focuses on the confused characters first.
Really? I didn't know. Wow.
I did not know that either.
The
Oh,
more
really?
you know.
Yeah, confuse and sleep. If one of your characters is afflicted with that, and Umaro has the Rage Ring, he will go and fling that guy first, and it will dispel the status effect. If you know,
It's Wesley. I didn't know that either, but I did it anyways.
there is so much going on in this game. It's really insane. Like Final Fantasy V is crazy for the same reason, where there's just there's a billion different things you could be doing at any given moment, and then 6 does the exact same thing, but adds a couple extra on top of it.
Smoke on the water there for Perlo Canada as he is doing the flame meter on the water while Boo takes out Narapa the Rapa.
Yeah, time sink.
Looks like we might be getting another Elite River check
Ooh,
out
that's a
of
Genji armor,
Ensign
that's not
Resley
bad.
now.
Oh yeah, both of the rivers, one after the other. It's a good way to get rid of the curse on the shield.
Now I've got you calling it a river.
Oh crap. I'm sorry, everyone.
Has anybody noticed nobody has done Strago checks during open world?
Well, yeah, come on.
I do find that strange.
How
I know.
weird.
Come on now.
At least peek the Fanatics Tower.
All the other checks of everybody
Okay,
else has
yeah.
been done, including Go-Go going into the belly of the beast of the purple people eater. Nobody
Yeah,
has done any Strago checks.
Yeah, Taco Mage is right. You can at least peek the Fanatics Tower. Well, no, because the Fanatics Tower
Oh, no.
barely matters because everybody's silenced.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't use the magic to
Hey,
get to
man.
the tower.
You've got Umaro.
That's true.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
vanilla
yeah.
strats. Just you do it.
Everybody else go on break.
Man.
What did I get from Elite? I missed it on Paros.
We'll find.
It's an Esper. I forget which Esper.
Yeah, I forget which Esper it is. But Parlo Caneros is going to follow Boo into the dream.
Yeah, Ensign Wesley's realm doing 800 plus per punch, like not even cat scratch.
I believe I know one of the realms has a wing edge, which is a stat stick.
Oh yeah, and you still get the back row quality, I think, right? Or,
Yeah, but she's
uh,
still in
maybe
the
not.
front row, so it's not Instant Wesley. I want to say Parlo Canada is a realm has the wing edge, unless he swapped it out. Looks like Instant Wesley is actually using VK for their realm.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, stat sticks, they're not necessarily what you want to see, especially if in a seed like this where you know the fight command is going to be looking a lot sweeter than it normally does. But it is kind of nice to find one of those items. Like even if you find an Excalibur, like if that person is casting spells, it's like okay, fine. Here you can have the Excalibur that gives you a little bit of magic power, a little bit of speed, etc.
Both bosses here for the dream on screen at the same time. Prognosis with the Narapa the Rappa on the first part. Boo seeing the second boss, which is Crane's. Not a good one, but we have Niles and Fraser Crane on screen. Again, our target time is 1:22:04, but these guys don't know that. We do as the commentators in the you all watching here at home, but our runners don't.
Yeah, Crane's not necessarily too scary, but you know, with the mirror match flag on, anything can happen. Like if you happen to be up at a specific level, that was the break point for a character boss being able to use Flare Star instead of Fire 2, then like, well, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It's like Shote at the end of the dream there, which if you want to put the white cape on somebody, then that takes care of the arm real quick.
Ooh, Kieran, also the other Esper for the Dream there, the final Esper there. That's cast Regen on the entire party. That'd be a nice one to have.
Yeah, that's a good utility because if you use it at the first tier of Kefka, it'll stick all the way through except for any dispels that magic on 2 will throw out at you.
And it's also good for when you have the permadeath and you have the degen on that target. When they get 1 HP, it saves them. So, as in the permadeath seed too. So, Boo getting caught in the sky again with 3 Stoogers here.
Yeah, it must be the magic commands disappearing must be a weird side effect of the silence, because Boo's Gao is also, there's just a gap and then dance and then another gap and then item. Anson Wesley taking on their weird fireball that lives in the water. Pummel coming out. Hello.
Technically, it's not smoke on the water; it's steam on the water. But oh well.
You get enough steam, that'll set off your smoke detectors.
Well, I mean, you can still equip the espers to at least learn, like, get vigor or plus 100% HP and stuff, though. I mean,
Yeah, stat
that's
bonus.
a bonus on it. Yeah.
Plus, you can use white magic outside of battle. I was noticing that in the last one a couple times. I know at least Falcon Hit was using Cure 2 after a fight here and there.
Yeah, and as a more general, like, I guess, tactic, it's good to have at least any white magic spells on at least one of your, like, full physical characters just for topping up outside of battle, especially kind of midway through.
It looks like Leet River gives you a Ragnarok on top of the Blitzes, which, that's not bad.
Boo getting the Bismarck for the Search the Skies check as Pericaneras gets the Niles of Fraser Crane fight. And that's a Wesley actually going to World of Ruin South Figaro.
Oh, this is interesting. We didn't get to see this one last time, so this is...
No,
I'm excited to see what's in here.
Vines.
Boo's about to do the Mog Trio.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that on the last one. With Open World, Narsh is an incredible spot to get. You can get 4 checks, plus you can peek Umaro there.
Oh, that's right, because you automatically have Terrace check as well, so it's actually the full quad.
Yes,
Plus the check, yeah.
So you actually get like 5 checks in one spot, which is better than any other place in the game. So definitely want to hit up Narsha World of Balance at some point. But Boo, not go for it after all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
5 characters, 5 espers, though.
How do y'all feel about Edgar's checks down here? I used to like them, less so these days. The walk back just kills me every single time.
Ancient Castle just sucks in general.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I'm not a fan.
Like if you need items and you're just not getting anything, I mean, there's a lot of item opportunities in these checks, but other than that, like, I tend to avoid them if I don't need them.
I do it if I don't have Cyan and I don't have Yamaro. Because that gives you their dragon that you would normally get from those 2. Plus the check right there at the end, plus the fact that you also have one or two trap chests I think are also down there for trying to get the offering. But yeah, Marshall and Slam Dancers, that's a tough battle here for Ensign Wesley, especially really only having 3 characters, but Yeti with a Ragnarok with a Flare proc with having almost 90 magic power works.
Oh, Relma's doing some work now, too. Look at that.
Whew.
Man, she's doing so much damage. I still like how Shadow's he's just the decursor. He's not doing anything else.
He's just having a time of his life down there.
Cat Scratch with the right weapon in your hands can do a lot of damage. And the curse did get broken on that one fight there for Ensign Wesley. He now has a Paladin Shield.
That's interesting. We just saw a Mog swap in up on Boo's screen.
Yep, Moogle is in the Esper Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was his Moogle Charmer, fortunately.
Oops.
Yep.
Oh, but Prussian. That's, that's a landslide user right there. So
a little bit of win there.
Oh, I didn't see Gao die. Okay, that's why he did the swap.
Ah, okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, at least that's.
Oh wait, we're not in the final Kefka fight, so that's fine.
Yep.
Pericaneris having to take a reset on the cranes here. He's got to do the fight over again. I think he forgot to save. because he already fought this and went somewhere else, so I think he forgot to save. So
Ooh.
a little bit of a time loss there.
Oh, is Boo walking out of? Did he?
Boo's getting the 2 extra chests that are down here because
yeah.
it is random chests. So he's going to gamble a little bit of time to get an empty chest. Okay, all right, yep. Okay, that's good. And the other one is the striker, not so great either. But he doesn't have any warp stones, maybe? Did you forget warp stones? Oh, okay, he's got warp. Never mind. Well, I'll save some money. From vanilla shops.
Yeah, it means you don't have to go search for one if you don't have the shop list up.
Oh, so Paracanera is updating us in the chat that he lost save in Search the Skies. And he forgot to save because there was a random encounter. So sometimes you save before you go into the check, but in World of Ruin, there's a possibility to hit that one stupid little pixel on the map. And it is a bad boss.
Boo getting blocked by the old lady in the Kia. That was rough.
Out of my way, Shani.
The most dangerous character. That guy in the Returner hideout. Everybody knows it. I'm repeating what everybody feels, but every time that guy starts walking down towards the 1 square section, I lose my mind.
Or the Sculler in the left room.
Ugh.
Not as bad as the Returner guy, but
yeah, or the walking guy in South Figure up in the just above the item shop.
Oh yeah. Every now and then, the little girl at South Figaro will like find her way through that weird hidden passageway, and I can't go through it, and I won't be able to figure out why.
I think now we're getting the Moogle checks from Boo.
or the girl in front of the relic shop in Jador.
There's a lot. There are a lot of
so
NPCs
many.
we don't like.
That's why wire remove is so nice.
Just hold it down while you're doing the whole thing.
Just remove the world.
I think Boo heard us now, and now he's going to do the quintuple, I guess you'll say, Narsh check here. Did see Edgar there up in the hole, and is going to fight a Ultros numero 3 here for Welk.
Yeah, Pero taking on Dadaluma there at the Tunnel Armor slot, which is at Esper. They have an abundance of them. Have not found a fourth character yet.
What's Instant Whistler getting in the train?
They already got I think, Genji something.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's in Dream. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, no, he's in the Dream. And then, yeah, there's 2 Espers after this, so this pretty good Dream. You always love to see a triple when you go down here because it's such a nice check. It's a triple check with 2 bosses instead of 3 or 4 in some cases. And one of them is a guarantee.
Yeah, I'll say that, pun intended, I did sleep on Dream for a while, but it's become one of my favorite checks.
Dream.
It's got so many cutscenes attached to it, so you think that it's going to suck, but
Dream is good because you get 3 checks and you only get 2 bosses. So, and you also get a lot of chests there too.
And I think it was because I was one of the first big tournaments that I entered was the the Coliseum, and that one it kind of like incentivized boss checks, so it always felt like three possible progression, but for only 2 bosses felt kind of bad, and I was already kind of iffy on the check, so going into that, I think that caused me to undervalue it. But in the last Ultros League, like I really was like, wait, this is actually an amazing check.
Yeah, that's
check
completely
for
true.
Canaras here does pass it.
God, you hate seeing this guy. But yeah, that's completely true. The one thing that short circuits Dream is having bosses attached to either Kefka Unlock or the Skip, because then you're not necessarily wasting time. It's still you're still getting those 3 checks out of it, but it does bring the value proposition down a little bit.
Yeah, feel like you're trading kind of an opportunity there.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting Kefka at Narsh. I have not seen this yet, so I'm excited to see who Kefka is, because that can always slam on the brakes if it's bad.
Yeah, so this is the 3rd check in Narsh you get after you're doing well, and you get the Wolf. This is the Kefka and Narsh. So the cool thing about Kefka and Narsh is now, with the recent patch that we did, it puts you back in Arvin's house. And when you go to Arvin's house, that's exactly where you kick off the 4th check, which is the Mog defense check. And it's Vanilla Kefka.
Vanilla Kefka.
Oh. I didn't even register that as being vanilla on the last heat.
Oh, it's just Kefka. What are you doing here?
Oh, get out of here, man, weirdo! You
Now we're
aren't
gonna
an
get a lot of
Atma weapon.
Now we're going to get a lot of cutscenes because this is vanilla, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terra's gonna turn into a thing and fly off.
Have one of my favorite lines out of Celis from the vanilla game is, "She really ripped out of here."
That's a good one.
Oh, God.
I am a Ted Woolsey defender. He did his best.
Oh, Boo might...
Ooh,
Boo,
maybe
I think he's
going
going to
for
go
save.
heal. I think he's going to bucket heal and then come back.
Well, he might be saving because then he can do it as a peek and then reload the save if it's a character.
Nope, he's like,
Oh,
nope,
he's
sayonara,
leaving.
I'm leaving.
Oh, weird.
Not even going to do it.
It's done.
You know,
I
I
believe
forget
it was
what
an
it
Esper, though,
was.
so he kind of skipped out
Maybe
of this
he's
one.
doing
Okay.
Ruin to do the Tritok spot.
Yep, so he's
Yes.
going to go after Edgar, which he already has 6 characters. He doesn't need Edgar.
Right. Well, Tritok's
Um,
probably an Esper because the no free is on. So
Right,
you
yeah.
can do the dragon while he's up there. So this is actually a pretty neat move.
so then that will actually be go mode for him if he gets... If Tritok is an Esper.
Right. I think
I
it's. I
think
think
so.
there's only 3 dead checks when no free is on. I think there's only 3 dead checks in the normal pool, if I recall. He's got a really
Yeah.
good chance.
I forget about that as something that can affect your routing. Is if the free lunch is on, you know where a majority of the dead checks are, so you can. Okay.
it's for-
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Swans. It's for now.
And they already saw one in Dream. I don't know if Boo's seen another one.
And I guess that's only bosses. So like Leet River, for example, has that Ragnarok at the end of it because it doesn't have a boss. Running right past the dragon. Gonna save maybe beforehand.
Yeah, level 29, you could get Doomed Urgan and run into some trouble.
No, it's stormy, so not too bad.
Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward.
7,000
and
damage
regular,
from
but-
Peril Canaris is Saban's bum rush here.
I was saying, taking down
Uh-oh.
Goddess, that's always nice to see go down. Ooh, that's why you save before doing the dragon.
Yeah, Wesley using Bum Rush as well. So we've got both of the people that went through Leet River are using Sabin as intended. The manual says use Bum Rush for Sabin.
You think?
Yeah, Boo agonizing a little bit over some equipment. Going to take a couple extra little precautions before going back in on that that dragon. Opting to not use some sleeping bags.
Hmm.
I don't know how many Boo's got. Might be saving them for KT.
Yeah, it could be. I always underestimate how many of those I need for KT.
Yeah, it feels like, oh, I need 4, and then
Yeah. So, oh no.
and then a bad guardian spot happens, and you're like, oh. All right, going down easy that time.
Yeah, there we go. That's how it's supposed to go.
I think I usually grab 11 sleeping bags just in case I need a couple like during the actual run. This is going to be a Mog pickup here for Prelude Canelleres after this Doulahan. Ensign
Magus
Wesley is
Rod.
going to go to Cave, South Figaro Cave Roll to Balance after just doing the Roll to Ruin. And Boo's going to go for that Triton to see if he gets that Kefka unlock here.
Yeah, Magus Rod out of that dragon. That's a good one to find. I think Boo is using Realm and Mog as spellcasters right now. So finding that, not having access to that second relic slot for the full earring buff, having a little bit of extra magic power that you can put on somebody is pretty valuable.
Yeah, we got Mini Master here, so that's a good one to see. My heart always stops for a moment. When Mini
It's
Master's
the
coming
same sprite.
in. It is exactly the same.
He's not even wearing like purple instead of blue or anything like that.
Yeah, they didn't even do a sprite recolor.
They should at least have Magic Master not wear pants. Just saying.
I mean, it is a cult, so I guess.
And this is an Esper for Boo.
There we go.
Yeah, Mini Master's really good. I'm glad the chat pointed that out. I'm gonna steal that one.
And that is the Kefka unlock for Boo.
45-43.
All right, looking at a probably. No, he was going north there, so I guess going in for some.
I guess to get Edgar.
Get Edgar? Maybe just having an extra character for putting stuff. Oh, because Gao died, so this will be somebody who put a Moogle charm on, and it's just right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what's going on. Okay.
Wow, having to get a character just for a Moogle charm because of permadeath.
Man, I would have never thought of that, but now that you've explained it that way, I 100% agree. Like that,
Yeah.
that is really clever.
Yeah, I would not have thought to do that, but that's a big brain move right there.
Merton time. Well, okay, so Doom and Merton were also spells on some of these Espers, but at ×1.
Ew.
Ooh.
So it's just some other reason why we didn't have Doom or anything, because it was a ×1 learning.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a ×1 during the beginning of the game, you're like, well, that might go on one person.
Mm-hmm. And then you find a ×16 for the exact same thing for your 9th Esper or whatever.
Yeah, Fire 3 not going to work with Inferno here for Boo.
Oh yeah, Pero in the chat pointing out something very important. Mobla's World of Ruin with permadeath is awful. I didn't even think we were ripping on Strago's checks earlier, but yuck, lost that save it again.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the Funbaba check is probably the worst one to do with permadeath on, because somebody's showing up with nothing if it's character.
Another reset for Boo there.
I think that's also makes Tessa redo the Tritok spot.
Yep.
Oh goodness! So now it drops down to 8 Espers.
Yep.
Relocked.
Unfortunately, I can't
play
reverse
the animation backwards.
Nah, I don't have that ability. Sorry. I mean, technically, I could play the video backwards manually. I guess.
Just drag the bar.
Just drag the bar backwards. Yeah.
Just frame by frame it with the left arrow.
God.
Fortunately, it's this little guy.
So
So is this guy a robot,
Technically, yes.
or is he just like, enhanced Celestile?
Well, this is one of Kefka's many creations, along with Inferno and Number 24, Number whatever the other one was, Inferno Junior. These are all creations of Kefka that got twisted and I guess were the best ones that he made.
Schwant's saying it's a machine. Okay.
Which is why you see. Which is why, by the way, you see tools. Oh God, run!
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Which is why you see tools as one of the final bosses in the Kefka climb. That represents the creations that he made throughout his career, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, that tracks. I guess it always read to me as like a cyborg, like one of his soldiers that was like, yeah, totally, put whatever the hell you want in me. This is fine.
If you look at the final Kefka Tower climb, you see that throughout each level, there's a smokestack. And that's him combining magic with technology together. And that kind of represents that whole thing.
Yeah, I'd buy that. So Boo taking another crack at the boss, and Umaro's check here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, while Pero looks like he's doing the World of Balance Narsh loop.
Which is a really good loop to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not getting a character off either one of these.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we saw what Moogle Defense was. Was that a character?
We did from
It was
other
an
heats, but it's an Esper, so...
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Probably going to do Edgar next, then I would guess.
Yeah.
Yep, because we do have that info, so... but is going to unfortunately have to go through the Tri-Touch check in order to get there. So you have to go through Magic Master Jr. and Inferno in order to get to Edgar, which you know is there.
Yeah, but depending on what your levels are, I mean, that could just be routing. Say, well, I have to get a boss fight in here, but I need a couple more levels.
But what Pero doesn't know is that he didn't go to camp, so he doesn't have Shadow, which the other two have. Which is theoretically easier to get because you don't have to fight a boss. It might be longer, but...
So, okay, wait a minute. There's no boss at the camp, but there's a character in there. It wasn't a dead check.
Right. Because you still have to fight something to get to the river.
Okay, so the Leet River wouldn't count as one of the free lunch checks. It's just the ones where...
because there is a boss there at the end.
Yep.
Oh, right, duh.
Yeah, Ultros 1,
Man, what was
the
I
Ultros
thinking of?
1 site, yeah. Hey, you said it earlier, I was like, what? And then really, what? Pearl can... Okay, so speaking of the Moblez
Here he
being
goes.
bad, and actually killing the dog in the process, is Strago, so it is a character.
Hey, new content, too.
So, okay. So we are going to try to fight permadeath with 2 characters against whatever boss is after. Blah, blah, blah.
I was going to say, as long as you don't care about that 6th character, I mean, and you've got 2 strong characters and you get lucky on the breath, this isn't terrible.
Ensign Wesley into Kefka's Tower at 51-56.
Oh, he's going in, too. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
And looks like Boo's going to also head into Kefka's Tower at about the same time.
And Wesley opting for the overloaded Party 3 to clear out a bunch of stuff before he goes in proper.
Yeah, I think
52-20
his
for
levels
Boo.
were high 20s, so I think this is a good call.
Ooh, yeah. Yep, Boo doing the same thing.
Yeah, when you're this far ahead, like low 50s, you're generally looking at having to do something like this, I feel. Unless you just had an insane routing with lots of like big XP bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So 30 seconds difference here. Boo doing a complete party split up. Looks like Ensign Wesley might be doing he's doing a right side stack. So 2 completely different... Oh no, looks like Boo's also doing the stack up too.
Yep, yeah, they both went that route.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Swapping Edgar in. I didn't see what was on Edgar.
Vanilla.
Tools, yeah.
Tools? Okay. Well, he's got a decent equipped pool, so...
We
How
did
about
find
Strago?
Chainsaw. It was in one of the chests early on, and then of course, Suffigure Castle. You can get all the tools at a discount, so definitely can get all of his abilities.
Did he get Anchor for Tier 1 and Tier 2?
Anchor, I believe, is a
I don't think
special
so.
drop or a chest or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Ensign Wesley running into the doom here. Got a full party, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I'll have to look that one up.
Well, I mean, chests are randomized to a certain extent here, so he could have picked it up from a chest.
Yeah, I don't think I saw an air anchor show up anywhere.
Let's see. The Debilitator
Arrow.
or Air Anchor, okay.
You can buy. I know you can buy the Debilitator in World of Ruin Figaro vanilla shop.
Yeah, Air Anchor, I can't remember where you get
Yep.
it, but it is a special...
I think it's the Fanatics Tower.
Yeah, it's the secret room in Fanatics Tower.
Oh, okay.
Pero going after a dragon real quick. But all 3 runners have their unlocks.
By the way, you can also steal it from a missile bay
Oh, weird.
Huh.
and
That
a
is
crane
early.
in one of the cranes.
That's super early. That's weird.
Whoa. I'll have to use that next time I decide to do vanilla.
Yeah, dang.
And also it's available at Lethal Weapon and Prometheus's as a steal.
It always seems so special being in Fanatics.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, so kind of late for those, but yeah, cranes and missile bay.
All right, Ensign also picking up a dragon here in the tower.
Which I believe that's isn't that Floating Continent?
Yeah, that's a very early air anchor if you can get that.
And that'd actually be great for the
Narapa.
Narapa there at the end of it.
Yeah. So yeah, I like this. I like this trend when you put the full party on the right hand side. Just go ahead and take that dragon on the way.
Yeah, Crange is at the end of MTech Factory. You fight him on the airship. Yep.
Caracanaris in the tower for 55-58. I'm going to start calling him PQN. We did it for numbers, for crying out loud.
PK.
Yeah, PK? Yeah,
Well, that's interesting.
We'll do PK. You okay with that? He's in chat.
Looks like Ensign Wesley warped out after the dragon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Must have started feeling good about the levels.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you think that you can,
I mean,
you
if
think
your
that
parties are strong, it's a time save.
yeah, if you think you can do it, you might as well save those extra 5 minutes or so.
I know what translates into English. I do speak a little bit of Spanish. But what a nose is for those wondering who are watching this on YouTube. FS6 World Squad on YouTube. It is what a nose, but
that rules.
Boo taking out Dragon gives some more levels here under their belt. We want to see at least level 40s here. That is the rule of thumb, is you want to be around 40 to 45 to be comfortable in Kefka.
Yeah, getting a cat hood for his trouble. We'll see if Boo keeps going throughout to clear out the rest of the bosses, or if they warp out too. Because they're also getting up. Nope, there they go. Because yeah, they're also up to 39.
Wow.
Boo's over 40. He's got level 42 on some of his characters, so. And he's going to reset out now.
A whole lot of faces showing up in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that.
I'm looking forward to making some really stupid emotes once I hit affiliate.
I haven't hit affiliate yet, but I do have somebody making my emotes right now. I've got 10 stickers coming up soon. So I can't wait for those.
So yeah, Boo also doing the same thing. Just split the party up regular. Gonna go through it normal after dealing with the boss in the Inferno slot, which is a tough boss, granted.
Yeah, but we haven't seen the Haydn and the Haydenites yet.
That's true.
I don't think we've seen Magimaster yet either.
Magimaster did not rear its ugly head at all, I think, any of these runs.
Yeah.
I will
Thankfully
say.
not in the tower.
Right.
Maybe he's in Burning House.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm watching, so I'm thinking like, okay, I'm going through the tower. There's still Magimaster and I think Spicy Chicken on the table.
Yep. But
and neither one of them are in the tower.
Show up either. We already beat Goddess. Okay. Air Force
Goddess
is in here though somewhere.
Ooh.
Haydenites is in here.
Well, Air Force this late isn't too bad because this HP scaling is really low.
And worst of all, I believe Ultros is the other one. Ultros, I think. Too.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, Air Force didn't prove to be too big of a deal, but a lot of untargetable offense made him a little bit scary for a couple of the runners in the last heat.
Yeah, I think Air Force is one of the bosses I hate to see really, really early, but as time goes on, his hit points just don't keep up with him.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing him late because, like you said, his HP doesn't tend to get up to unmanageable levels.
Oh, Senior Behemoth's still around too.
Oh, right.
And his abilities do scale into ridiculous levels. Like he can actually cast Ultima if you go too high.
Yeah, and Fun Bobby 4, I think, also hasn't shown up, and he can be tanky this late. Oh, Ultros.
So while we got a second, as all of our runners are climbing the tower, I would like to give a quick shout out to all of the runners that we were featuring tonight. The 4 from the last heat and the 3 from this heat. All amazing runners. They do great work. They put out a lot of really fantastic content. So please go and follow them and check them out when they're just running stuff. A lot of us tend to just run seeds here and there, even if there isn't an event going on. We all love hanging out with folks while we play this game, so please follow.
Oh, what the heck? Didn't save. I'm sorry.
And follow Saberwolf.
Apparently I didn't save. Okay.
The one and only.
I'll fix it.
For real, do it though, because he's also a very good streamer. Helping me out a lot personally with like layouts and just the technical aspects of it.
Not to mention
Smart
spending the 15 plus hours of editing these VODs.
I have heard some of the horror stories about the editing. It's work. So,
And,
Boo, interestingly enough, is flagging behind a little bit. Ensign Wesley and Pero have gotten their way past the Switch nonsense. Hey, there we go. Also, the rest of us. But yeah, it looks like Boo, having the first unlock, spent a little bit of time preparing before going in. We'll see if that pays off after the fact. But yeah, Pero and Ensign Wesley managing to pull ahead a little bit.
I also want a little bit of feedback since we do have like 36 viewers in here. Is everybody okay with the promo loop that's going on the screen here? Or is it too distracting?
Oh yeah, that's a new thing, isn't it?
Also, the beginning of the streams as well. I just want a little feedback if it's worth doing. So we're always trying to improve things, try out new things on the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide, including trying new updates to the game, stuff like that. We're also working on a Doors thing right now.
Oh, jeez.
We're still working on that in the background and the foreground. You can actually try it out.
Yeah, Doors Randomizer is a hoot. I definitely recommend that to anybody who is even slightly interested.
A hoot.
A hoot. I have the soul of a 98-year-old man. I'm just gonna say it.
Somebody who is very into the Jex Frock seeds. Thumbs up for this. This is real good.
Okay. Hiding goes down for Ensign Wesley. That was bad.
taking a hiding out before I even really saw what was going on. They do have a, or maybe is that Pero? I think they both have a jumping Mog that's putting in a lot of work.
Well, the best Mog is the jumping Mog.
I think Pero's Mog has a sky render.
Okay, that might be the one that I'm thinking of then. 'Cause, yeah, this one has a Ragnarok.
You think with sky render, you think it would do more damage with jump?
I mean, jump's just good. Like, even if you don't have one of the classic weapons that improves it, it's just a really good way to squeeze a little bit extra damage out of your vigor characters.
Yeah, Hyper Wrist offering with snipers on your Cat Scratch character, you're going to do things. Or even Atlas Armlet, I believe.
Yeah, that is a lot of pieces to find, though. This is like I'm just saying more of in a situation where, you have somebody swinging less than S tier weapon. Hey, go ahead and pop some Dragoon boots on them to get a little bit more damage out of it. Plus, this is a very Dragonhorn thick seed. There's I want to say 3 of them floating around in here somewhere.
Yeah, the only thing we didn't find was Genji Glove, really. Ooh, that's a reset for Pero.
Yeah, found a 5-target boss fight with Rage. Yeah, gonna have to make a couple of quick edits to your strategy at that point.
Apparently, you can get a debilitator if you steal from this area.
Huh.
Yeah, remember the missile bay?
Yeah, he's got all sorts of tools on him. All
That
right,
makes
Pero
sense.
opting to replace the offering on the realm. So not gonna with
Oh.
yeah, there we go, with a white cape.
Ooh,
Fire 3 shreds.
solo realm here versus a solo Sabin. Cat Scratch Realm versus High Vigor Sabin.
I mean, Realm's got Fire 3 on her, so this is... As long as you
Yeah.
don't get Zombie Cloud, I think you're okay here.
Yep. Yeah, plenty of defense too, so all those regular attacks aren't doing too much.
Yeah,
Did
probably
Yamaru
either.
just throw Sabin at himself?
Yes.
Yes, Umaro can do that.
I think that's maybe just like suplexed him.
My
Not
brain just
suplex,
broke on
suplex,
that. PK does get through it though.
Maybe he grabbed
So
his
does Boo.
hand and made him punch himself in the face.
Quit hitting yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, he took Sabin, he headbutted him, but Sabin's head's harder. Is that what you're saying? You see in movies.
Yeah, let's replace all those old Chuck Norris jokes with Sabin.
I'm not playing that song when he does the split. I am not doing it.
All right, we got on switches for Ensign Wesley.
107 12. That was a kind of a long Kefka's tower there.
Yeah, but all of the runners are kind of running into the same problems too. So Wesley pulling ahead by just a bit.
That was a 15 minute 30-second tower.
And yeah, Pero and Boo still have a boss to chew through here. So Wesley's got a decent lead. If the Kefka fight goes well, they could take this. Probably not going to take it in 5 minutes, but
Yeah, this feels like it's going to come down to Tier 2. If Tier 2 behaves, I think looking at a good time.
yeah.
So yeah, so
Yes.
apparently stealing from the bottom
Huh.
thing of Air Force gives you the debilitator.
Ensign Wesley went in with a fully muted team.
Well, I mean, so didn't Falcon Hand. He's the lowest down in the clubhouse. So
Okay.
and we have dragon boots with dragon horns. We have offerings. We have like 3 VKs, 2 Atma weapons.
Oh, actually,
We have tons of offense. So.
I don't know if he's going to do it because I just saw Mog swing regular, but Mog has capture, and a lot of these targets have elixirs, so that might be a good way to shore up the healing issue that we saw last time.
It is interesting going into the final Kefka fight when your main healing source is stealing.
And I will say that Fenrir was actually a free Esper, and so this is kind of rough not using it.
Yep.
Boo in there at 109, pretty much even. So Boo's tower time was pretty similar. It was about 17 minutes as well, so about the same amount of time.
Oh man, Ensign Wesley is in the chat,
PK.
saying some very distressing things.
Well, don't spoil it for us, man. Come on now. PK actually with the fastest tower climb actually here.
Yep. PK was was the only one who went in
13
with
minutes and 13 and a half.
with a split team right off the bat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he did not reset come out, so he actually gained 4 minutes by not doing that. And able to get through that Inferno fight. Or no, Doom fight, actually, I'm sorry.
Did all their prep before going into the tower.
Yeah, he also took the extra dragon in Opera before going into KT. That
Which,
probably
yeah,
shored up the levels.
Looking at the tracker, I don't Yeah, I guess Boo and Ensign Wesley maybe didn't take any dragons outside. Well, one of them did the ice dragon, or whatever was on the ice dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, really unfortunate.
Schwantz is
Hey,
saying you
muted
might be
again.
muted.
See, I
It
had to
seems
do
like
it
that
one
might
more
be-
time. God dang it!
I'm really glad that the chat is.
Ah!
We can't tell necessarily here.
When
in the
nobody's
booth.
talking, they can tell it's me talking. They know.
We're just here making weird noises at Saber as he's talking. Just
Okay, that silence card is just wreaking havoc on Saber here.
Ooh.
Boo
Indeed.
pulling ahead of Ensign Wesley here, by the way. What I was about to say that what I just said and everybody was agreeing with me is that we have offerings and bum rushes and stuff. We can't target what we want to hit. And unfortunately, the first 2 tiers of Kefka, we want to specifically target certain things. Like long arm here and tools on this next level. But Ensign Wesley not far behind Boo here.
Yeah, fortunately not taking that quake either. Haven't seen that yet tonight.
But we have seen Ultima's get survived. Yeah, I need to equip a white cape. Fortunately, my cape I do have is blue. I'm not sure what that does.
So Boo does
Maybe
have
reflect.
chainsaw. And there it procced, and
Oh, it
there goes
procced
tools.
it!
Very nice.
And that one you can't target either. That was a 1 in 4 chance.
Yeah.
What's the percentage chance of it actually doing the chainsaw part?
I want to say 1 in 4 sounds right.
Well, 1 in 4 chance of hitting the target you wanted.
Well, no, you can target with tools. You just can't decide whether or not it's going to do the
okay.
instant death.
Oh, that's true. My bad.
It's also, it changes if you're targeting something that's immune to instant death. It's like 100% or so.
Oh, so it's 25%
Okay.
ID. Yep. Okay, so it is. You best be frozen. The entire team except
damn.
Realm.
Ooh.
Oh no. Realm does have Fire 3.
Yeah, I don't think you want to cook your own team when you can't bring them back because it's permadeath.
Thinking about it.
Yeah,
I thought about it for a
that
second.
spell for a second.
Should I turn
It's like, well, they might
It's a
survive.
Wesley with a frozen only on Sabin though. For
Who's
Instant
got what
Wesley.
shields?
Realm is zombied for Instant Wesley.
Ooh.
Per-
At le-
And
oh,
Sabin
and
goes
then
to-
Sabin.
oh,
no. Realm, stop.
Oh, it's a reset for Instant Wesley. PK bringing out the Bahamut. Summon there in tier 2 here. They're going for the AoE attacks.
Oh, who's doing it?
I'm not.
Oh man, let's find out. I'm so excited.
Fire 3 and actually
they're okay.
heals
Very-
Edgar
Wow.
and survives with Shape and Shadow survives.
A surprising amount of fire resistance. I guess there was an ice shield floating around and
Well,
a red jacket.
There was Ice Shield. There was a couple red jackets available.
Oh, 2, okay.
It was a Minerva.
And a Minerva.
Right,
Oh,
yes.
Paladin
That's
Shield
right.
was also available.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah, okay. I guess the equipment armor selection in this hasn't been too bad.
Well, Paladin Shield had to get through 11 fights, which Ensign Wesley was able to do. I think he was the only one, I think, in the whole heat to unlock the Paladin Shield. But unfortunately, he did have to take a reset, so this is round 2 for Ensign Wesley, so he's going to be a little bit behind here. Again, the head-to-head matchup doesn't matter on this heat. They have to get basically sub 122 is basically what these guys are trying to aim for. It's going to be close.
So they can have one person with a bunch since...
I'm sorry, round 3 for Ensign Wesley.
Since Fitz did unfortunately forfeit after just the roughest luck imaginable on the last one. So there's I want to say two more slots for people that might get kicked out of this.
So PK's realm is stopped on their screen as Boo does reach tier 3.
So here's I'm going to show my ignorance again a little bit. Chat mentioning Shadow having the seizure status.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the item remedy or the spell remedy that takes care of that?
Neither, actually. You have to cast Regen to get rid of it.
Actually, the item remedy, I believe, does remove it.
Oh, does it item remedy?
I thought one of them did.
I know Regen does. I know Kieran does. I know Regen does.
Yeah, Regen definitely, because that's the same status ailment but backwards. The same way that like slow and haste kind of screw with each other too.
That's weird though, how the item does but the magic doesn't.
I think the spell remedy is less effective than the item remedy. I don't know how many different things, but there's a couple things that the item works for that the spell doesn't. I guess because the spell is infinite, and you can only have so many items.
Well, it's not infinite. You can still get to use magic to use it. I mean, it's not...
Functionally.
The spell remedy will remove the stop status. The item remedy will not.
Oh, wild.
It's the remedy experience.
No.
Nope.
It's Saturday!
Yeah, I don't even know.
Boo, tier 4 here.
Whip
We're
it.
up to final Kefka. With the entire party intact, which is a good thing.
So Ensign Wesley, despite having a couple of setbacks, is not doing too bad. Floating up to tier 2. Pero just now taking care of tier 2.
Swan's laying down the guides from Gamer Corner. I appreciate that. Okay.
Boo has Kefka coming in for a high five. Para mentioning in the chat, not using VK hurt their final Kefka. That is interesting. There were a couple floating around, but I guess just didn't feel like it fit into their game plan. I just assumed that everybody was using as many VKs as they found.
Wow, Boo already getting into the Goner charge up here. Ice Shield from Realm, that should do quad 9s. Coming in from a Blitz from Sabin, that should do... No, their Sabin's also doing VK. Does about quad 9. It's about the same amount of damage. And followed by Shadow, who does even higher damage with the VK knife. And that should do it, kapow kapow here.
Yeah, once you get only one part, things go down fast.
GG's to Boo. 1:18, 13?
11.
That was pretty close.
11, nice.
Again, the clock on screen is a slight estimation.
Okay.
The official time is actually going to be provided by Gar, because Gar actually can see that room. I can't.
Gotcha.
Which is why I had to confirm some times to make sure certain times were right. So Boo does qualify. They take one of the 8 seeds, which means that puts Zelfar on the bubble now.
Oh, that's right.
In the 8th spot here.
So these guys got to beat...
So now they got to be at 122. And we are at 119.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Pero might be able to pull it out. I don't know about Ensign Wesley. That's a tough sell.
Ooh, Shadow comes out for Paracaneras, but there comes Meteo to counter it.
Oh, Bum Rush coming out.
Bum Rush coming out. That should finish Sleep. Calmness. Blocked by Realm. Second Calmness takes out Mog.
No longer have access to stealing that Mega Elixir on Final Tier, unfortunately.
But I think he did go through the cave.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them went through the cave.
Okay.
So they all should have the Mega Elixir. So they all should have the Mega Elixir that Zenobian got. So, from the last race.
Tomorrow, take the wheel.
Yeah, Yeti subbing in.
Oh, with a live Yeti, actually. So this this could be bad. If Kef gets too low and Yeti hits him, this could be really bad.
Taking bets on
DK
ultimate
Yeti.
counters now.
Yeti could go beast mode here.
2800. Okay, so that's a decent Yeti. Yeah, fortunately you
Ooh,
can't
yeah.
X magic a spell which you have no mana for yet.
Yeah, they don't let you count the Osmos ahead of time, which is a bummer.
That's a dead Gao there for Ensign Wesley.
Ooh. Well, I think
And they
that was
also lost
that was a
Realm.
spare. Because, yeah, they lost Realm on the last one, so Gao was the
So-
swap in.
Oh, Meteor coming down here for Ensign Wesley.
They can
Taking
survive one.
double
but not two.
Meteor.
What in the world?
Oh.
That's...
Saban
Oh.
goes down. Calmness
Yeah, just
comes
going
out.
for it.
Blocked from Shadow. Only gets one. Shadow Maw going to move on for the final Kefka as we go back to PK's side. There comes the Mega Elixir to counter the 1 HP here. Still low HP, those.
Yeah, that might be enough to eat on Ultima if everybody's at full health. Saban might survive at least.
I think Yeti has a VK.
Yeah, PQ was saying in the chat that Yeti's got a VK.
Oh, that's Gao down for the
Ooh.
count. Cat Stretch coming out for Realm. That's a quad. That's almost quad 9 there. Again, gotta get sub 122.
Ooh, another reset for
Wesley
Ensign.
taking a reset.
15 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets it!
Oh my god!
It's gonna be so close. What's the official time?
Now I know why you said no spoilers. 122.04.
Okay, I actually got confirmation from Double Down. The official time for Para was 122.03. 122.03 for Pero. 1 second.
Even closer than that. 22 frames between Pero
22
That
frames.
rocks.
and Zelfer.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, for real, GG's.
This has been a entire competition of inches because I know one of the final tables for the group stage also had a tied time as well.
Oh yeah, we
from
had
one
to
of the group stages.
we had to check the tapes for somebody else's race earlier too. I
Yep.
remember that.
It's been a year for that. Even in Ultras League, we had so many ties compared to season 2.
We're all going to have to start breaking the boundaries of human limits to be able to get better times here.
Well, our heat winner is Boo still in chat or
I'm not sure.
is PK? If we can get PK in here too, one or the other. Talk about their run as Ensign Wesley finishes up. Unfortunately, we know Ensign Wesley will not be moving on, going past that 122.03 mark.
And a valiant fight too. Ensign Wesley similarly making a lot of good decisions. It's just the dice didn't want to let him win this time.
Nope.
Like, look at that. Realm took 100 damage from a shockwave. Like, that is tough.
Girls are tough.
That's right. Girls and moms.
By the way, happy Mother's Day. It's past midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all your moms out there. Whoever Realm's mom is, which we never did find out.
Okay.
Oh, but we do have the mother there from Terra was helping there in Moblez, right? World of Ruin.
Sometimes JRPGs aren't great about that.
Yeah. Yeah, this I will say Final Fantasy VI was a very interesting RPG for its time because it had a lot of politically incorrect things that we would see in America back in like the early 90s or 80s, like kind of thing. like there was like suicide there's suicide in this game. There's like kids in peril in this game.
I think that's just kind of a thing with like
the mother is not Clyde.
Remember that other Barum. Barum. Phantom Train. I think that's kind of something that does kind of happen with like media for kids in Japan. Like they tend to ride the line of this is more for like teenagers, like 13 to 18 rather than like kids, which we had that too, but it was more, it was less like serious things are happening in the show and more we're going to make jokes that were old in the 50s in your children's entertainment.
And on that note, I did see a news article today that apparently Pokemon cards are banned for adults now in Japan.
Look, stop it.
Apparently only kids can buy Pokemon cards in Japan. I don't know if that's real or not. I saw that in a blurb, but
that would be very funny.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, anti-religion messages, also mind control and enslavement is in this game. I mean,
6 is brutal, actually. Yeah, now you mention it.
The world ended.
The world did end. Kefka won.
Okay, so by the way, Ensign Wesley, 3 characters are frozen, and Saban's frozen and turned into a zombie.
This is rough.
And that's a reset for Ensign Wesley.
Man, this is interesting. Everybody is getting into the tower, not with no trouble at all. Like we saw, Falcon Hit take a couple of resets. We saw like the Dream Stooges were giving people some guff. They were showing up randomly a lot, which isn't supposed to happen too often. But then like the actual Kefka Tower fight, like the actual final battle, is where a lot of people are running into a lot of trips.
Yeah, that tier 2, when you don't have all of the tools to like negate it, is just brutal, and we're seeing it here in kind of the worst way.
Yeah, no mute. Boo managed to have the chainsaw, and I don't think anybody else even has Edgar.
No, not according to the tracker. And the thing is, we knew where he was too. I mean, if you did,
yeah, everybody saw him.
Yeah, he would have thunk Vanilla Edgar with tools.
Hey, look, any port in a storm when you don't have instant death.
Yeah, it's any given Saturday around here at the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. If you love this race and you want to get into it too, head over to our website at ff6worldscollide.com. You can roll your own seeds, and you can join us on Discord. Just put /Discord at the end of that, and you can get into the seed bot. You can roll your own seeds from there. You can join in our friendly competitions. We actually had 3 or 4 Ultras League group practices that happen throughout the day alone. It's a great community. If you have any questions about the game, be sure to jump in our beginners lounge. If you ask a question in there, it will definitely be answered within about 5 minutes. We have a very active and very helpful community. So,
yeah, a lot of really cool pickup games going on. I know there was one last week between I think Honeydew and Metis and Moogleplex, and I think one other person. I'm sorry, I forget, but that was another like.
Yeah, Moogleplex and Obi were like playing like back to back rounds, and then Honey, I guess, jumped in too at some point.
But yeah, lots of pickup games. There's a lot of activity over there. Please come on in and have fun with us.
And as we said during the beginning part of the stream, if you've got a really rough schedule, there's a lot of asyncs going on too all the time. So if you can't jump into something that's going on right now, join an async, and pretty much any async room is going to be happy to have you.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so we do like tournament. We go back and forth between tournaments and Ultras League. So right now, this is a tournament season right now. We're going to go back probably to Ultras League season 4 after this. That is a week-long async, and there's different levels of competition there. There's Tonic, Potion, Elixir, and Mega Elixir. And if you first want to try it out, you'll be placed in the Tonic group, which is like the lower, I guess you could say, tier skill. So you'd be put with people who are similarly to your skills. So don't be afraid to jump in. You just kind of learn the game as you play it. Again, it's an async. You have a whole week to try to play that one seed to get it in. So no pressure.
Yeah, you can run practices, and just as long as you get it done by the end of the week is good. Yeah, Ultras League 4 should be the next thing coming up.
And by the way, Ultra League 4, just a couple updates for that. Balls and rods are coming back. However, they have been nerfed. They are now going to be more expensive than they were before, along with shields as well. So shields, rods, and balls, those are all coming back. But however, they're going to be more expensive this time around. So you will have to plan to see about spending your money, because you won't be able to buy like 5 rods. You'll only be able to buy like maybe 1 with that amount of money. So.
Oh yeah, Schwantz in the chat pointing out that the other fun part about async races is if you get it done early, you get a lot of time to just chat about it with everybody else. You get a little bit of that with the sync races, but it's all really fun to just have a one big full Discord channel where everybody is talking about their own unique experience with the seed.
Yeah, Seed of the Week is actually a great place for that too, because you get to try kind of off-the-wall seeds. Off-the-wall seeds, and then if you do it early in the week, you've got a week to talk about, like, how do you approach this for people who do really good times, and you can just talk about, what happened, what they did, what the thought process is. I highly recommend Seed of the Week, especially if you want to learn some of the more esoteric seed or flags that can show up in a seed.
Yeah, I need to start jumping into those things more. I missed the tournament of the month this month, but there's so many cool events going on all the time. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to Ultra Sleep for a while. I'm hoping to go down to Tonic. I need to get some more time practice. I must be spending my time doing this, doing the commentating, doing the editing stuff in the background. I am one of the community managers, so if you have ever a question, I'll try to steer you in the right direction. So
you put in the hard work.
Yes, I'd put in all the background work. This whole entire thing, the promos and everything, the graphics, I think took me about in between 15 to 20 hours this week to do. So opening Merton? Are you kidding me?
I was hoping that wasn't going to happen, but okay, good. He's got the shield. All right, good.
Realm's the only one taking damage, and she's pretty tanky for Wesley. So,
and she's got that force shield on. It looks like
one more hit.
Saban's got poison. Saban's got poison and low health. That's a little dicey.
Yeah, gonna want to take care of that. All right, yeah, pop an elixir. Good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a dead girl. I know it sounds weird when you say that, but that's what it is.
You have to clip that.
Counting health, she has quad 9, so as long as you count quad 9 health on her before she can get off a healing word. Oh, jeez, I'm crying. Save it. Double. Oh,
okay. All right. At least.
Okay, like I said before, Saban was the character of the round for the first round, being the sword tech and all, and he's kind of been the character of the match this time around with being able to get his bum rush ability for this time around. So Saban is just an all-star character for this entire tournament.
And the game appears to know that, because that was Fitz's problem as well. Saban just kept getting hammered again and again and again.
Sleep just reminded us that there is no real center protagonist of Final Fantasy.
Right, yeah.
No, I'm the main character. No, I'm the main character. I love Mog. I can solve this right here. I'm on the cover of the game. Well, you can't argue with that.
Commercial.
Yeah. His accent in those commercials was...
I love it.
Was so good.
He's walking here. Yeah, Gao coming in with Just Dance.
I think that's where you have an item bot.
Yeah.
Wow. Kefka going straight into the Goner, not even able to get off the Fallen One. A couple more hits here, and I think we have a GG here for Wesley. 4th time's the charm.
Yeah.
Crack pow.
Yeah, Wesley's
Yep,
saying in
there
the
we go.
chat that all he needed was Realm.
That's true.
135, 18-ish is about the time.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, Ensign Wesley was doing the right things. It was just the one problem that could actually cause things to go wrong. It just happens. And what are you going to do? Like, this time everything went pretty okay, had a couple of hiccups, but you were able to recover from them and just swept through. So yeah, GG's to everybody.
Well, they'll do it for this round of the first round of the final table. Here are the final tallies for the times right there. Falcon hit 112.45. We saw them in the second heat. He is the winner, I guess, for this round. But the fact is that top 8 move on, which is Falcon Hit, Infinite Fluff, Gar, Zenobian, Double Down, Jex Farog, Boo, and Perlokin Narez by 1 second over Zelfer.
1/3 of a second.
Yeah, 1/3 of a second even. Zelfer, Instant Wesley, and One Free Fits, unfortunately, are out because this is a battle royale, so they're knocked out of the ring.
So, yep, next set is going to be the top 8 clashing against each other in the final.
Yep, so if you want to actually get a peek in on what the next flags are going to be, you might want to join our Discord. Again, ff6worldscollide.com/discord. They actually reset the day, and they're going to add more flags to the set. And the interesting thing about this tournament with the Blackjack Battle Royale, all the flags that they have this time, they keep them. They're actually going to add more flags to it. So these 8 runners are going to find new cards. They're going to pick a random of about 3 or 4 different cards, and they're going to pick one of them to add on top of what we already just saw. And if you want to check that out and follow on Discord, it's going to happen around noon tomorrow Eastern.
It is. I'm not a part of any of this, but it is really fun to just kind of sit in that channel and just be like, "Oh boy, what's going to happen this time?"
And once again, these are the current flags we have currently: Monk, River Mastery, Transitive Characters, Unbound, which is Open World, which one of our guys did say, if I get Calmness, I'm getting rid of that one. Vanilla Shops, No Free Lunch, Toys, Finality, that's Permadeath, Random Chest, 100% Random and Old Chest, Mirror Match, that is our scaling based on our highest level character of the group, and Silence, that's that mute.
Yeah, I like how the Calmness was somebody going like, "Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Unbound. That's awful. I hate it." And Finality is right there.
Yeah,
Silence on the bottom.
Right? Yeah. There's like Open World is obnoxious. I totally understand that. It is not even close. That's not even in my top 3 things on this list that I would get rid of.
Silence might be on the bottom of this list, but it's definitely the cherry on top of the sundae, I will say. All right, so that'll wrap it up for us on the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Final Table Round 1. Anything else you guys want to chip in?
I don't
Nope.
think so. We had a bunch of time to talk about it and plug basically everything that is Final Fantasy VI World Collide. But that's one last plug. Make sure you head over to our website. Somebody else said it.
Oh yeah, looks like Nightbot got us on that one.
Oh, did I?
The
Yeah, there you go.
Nightbot got you.
Thank you,
Final
Nightbot.
Fantasy VI WorldsCollide.com.
Yeah, and thank you to all the runners for submitting your stuff and putting on a good show for everybody. Really appreciate it. This is the reason that this all works out so well is that we have so many people willing to be a part of these streams. It's really appreciate it.
Definitely think that. Gar, you want to chip in? You're still here.
I am still here, but I have nothing to say other than to echo.
You're one of the runners. You've got to have something to say, bud.
He doesn't have to say anything. It's right there on the table.
Auto mute sucks, and if I could even.
He's going to get rid of the cherry. That's what he said.
Yeah, it's not a very good cherry.
It's just cherry has pits.
It's one you find in the back of the fridge, still in like in quarter centimeter of fluid.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's the cherries.
It rolled under the stove like a year ago.
It's those cherries that you see at bars, but they haven't been refrigerated for a week.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up right there, everybody. I want to thank again everybody who joined us tonight. Falconhead, Zenobia, Double Down, Boo the Runner, Pero Caneras, and Ensign Wesley, and One Free Fits, all of our runners. Our commentator team was Saberwolf, Guard, Turdsman, Taco Mage. I want to thank them for joining us in the booth. We are actually going to raid Moogle Plex. He's been streaming all day long with Ultros League stuff, with racing and all. We're going to go raid him here in just a little bit. Once again, I am Saberwolf. Thank you again for joining us, and I hope you all have a very, very good night. Bye-bye.